What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. Jeff got through listening to Angryfan and Jakk Maine interview, man, and Caps was asking Jakk Maine questions on Tech Nine, and Jakk Maine had his views of what he thought. First of all, let me just say something. Jakk Maine, him and Tech Nine had a little friendly rivalry going on. I wouldn't doubt that in that rivalry they found some type of common grounds of having some found respect for one another. So that goes without a doubt. So things is more personal when it comes to Jakk than it do with anybody else. We seen how he felt when Tech died, and he issued out a couple threats to whoever. He threw it out there too. So we definitely know and understand that. Now, he also, during Tech passing, got a tattoo behind his ear of Tech Nine, okay, in honoring of that man. And I know, well, according to him, he said he knew before it came publicly and still decided to put it on his ear. Okay, either this man retarded or he just trying so hard to cover up the shame because, again, we're going to talk about some of the things he said that just don't make no sense. Even to the point you hurting yourself, Jakk boy. I'm just going to keep it real, fam. You want to be a battle rapper, this is what you're doing, but you hurting your chances of doing it. And every time the people give you another chance to bring you back in, you do something stupid, fam, and foolish. And you need to really be more mindful of the things you say and what comes out of your mouth. Like, for instance, you calling the victims and little girls the B word because you saying things like, well, if I don't know their names, I call them B. I call girl the B word if I don't know their name. Man, let's stop with this. Let's stop with them games. No, you don't. You got more sense than that, fam. You would say that because you're on a radio show, but you know you wouldn't say that if you went to court. If you were standing in the court and you were talking to the judge and you happened to just say something, you didn't know the girl name, you wouldn't say, yeah, you know, Your Honor, the little B, you know, you wouldn't do that. You try to talk like you got some sense because you know your future is in the hands of that man you talking to, and you know it's real. So let's not play them game that every woman you don't know is the B word. Now I definitely, but I still can understand things, even in people ignorance. Now, you were talking and you were saying how people was just praising him, then they turned their back on him. Right. But they have every reason for that. You should even have sense enough to know that. Then you said out of your mouth that the people ain't talking about the two charges that was dropped. They just talking about the ones that remain. You supposed to. The two charges that was dropped because of lack of evidence. But the 8 charges that remain, they felt they had more than enough evidence to convict. Then you said there's no evidence of him being proven guilty of anything because he wasn't convicted. But his death is self-guilt, fam, whether you want to look at it or not. If the man allegedly took his life. Then not only that, his electronics that was his and his possessions was taken. They went through it, and through investigating his computer and electronics, they found the charges that he was charged with, the girls were on those computers. Inappropriately. Underage. Charged with child pornography. Child pornography. Okay, you can't go to the internet and type up child pornography. It's not going to pop up because it's illegal. It's illegal. I know because I tried to do it once just to see if it'll pop up, to see how wicked and evil this system is, that you can have easy access to anything you want. But it don't pop up because it's illegal. It'll give you descriptions of it, but you ain't gonna see no imagery of it. So why was the detectives and them able to look into his electronics and find the videos and imageries of these minors and charge him with child pornography. You can't just get child pornography online. You can't. He had his own personal ones, recording the acts. And they confiscated his electronics from him. So that's damning evidence in itself. He know that. So you got, if you're gonna talk it, then be realistically. You got to be realistically, fam. And the man checked out hours before his court date. Hours before his court date. Yeah, people lie. Yeah, women lie. Yeah, that's true. But they also tell the truth too. They also tell the truth too. Okay? Brothers, man. Brothers. This would be the sad thing about life. What be the sad thing about life is this. We were positioned by God to be the heads, the providers and protectors over our homes and life, to be stand-up men was. Then you see how a lot of you men carry yourself, the things you say out of your mouth, the things you condone, the things you try to defend. It's not only sad, it's sickening. You can't get mad at the people when they find out these situations, man. You can't. You talking about the women involved, they wasn't minors. That's what you said, Jack boy. But two and three other charges that's on that man clearly says minors. Clearly says minors. So why would you try to do that? Why would you try to put that out there as if it's not true? Just because you ashamed of the tattoo you got on your neck. Because that's basically what it is. But you want to make it seem like you're not. You're going to make it seem like you're not ashamed of it because you're the one wearing it. And your pride and arrogance, even though you know it should be removed, you're going to make it seem like it shouldn't. And you purposely did this, even with the knowledge and knowing what you know now. If that's the case, then you sick yourself, brother. If you know that this brother is charged with 10 counts of child pornography, pulling knives out on little girls, making them squeeze his penis and ejaculating all over them and propositioning them for Uber rides, and even more graphic things like that starting to come out. And if you condone that, bro, that makes you look bad. And it's going to hurt your career. You don't even know you're committing career suicide, man. You don't even know that. You better off just saying, hey, I'm definitely going to get it covered up because I didn't know. I was tricked just like everybody else. But you not saying that. You saying I knew. I knew this before, but I still, come on, man. Come on, fam. That don't even sound, come on, bro. Really? That's what you rocking with? And then you make yourself look more suspect because you saying you had knowledge of it prior before it came out. You still put it on you. You still put it on you. And not only that, you calling the victims, the young girls involved, you calling them the B word. Oh, bees lie, these little bees lie. If a girl 4 years old, then she'll be. So 4-year-old little girls is the B word. Really? Dog, is you listening to yourself? Is you listening to yourself? You committing career suicide and you just took 5 steps backwards, man. You just took 5 steps backwards, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That ain't real. Ain't nothing real about that. Ain't nothing gangster about that. Ain't nothing soldier about that, man. No, damn well you don't call no 4-year-old girls the B words if you don't know their name. It don't matter how old they is. Like, come on, fam. Come, let's stop with this. You need to stop with this super macho stuff, man. You wasn't Tech 9, which means that you cannot be condemned for that man's actions. Okay? And I'm pretty sure you didn't have the knowledge of it, so you can't be condemned to that neither. We talking about the ones that had the knowledge of it prior to the man's death. And according to you, you just opened something up and told again. You said you knew before it even came out. You see how y'all continue to tell on y'all self? You knew before it came out of what was going on? Right. So now you telling on Black in the URL now. Come on, man. That's exactly what I'm saying, fam. It's exactly what I'm saying. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I like you, little bro. I'm gonna keep it real. I like you. I was so happy to see you crawl up out of that hole you put yourself in, and that you were finally now getting the respect that was deserving you, because I always saw talent in you. And I told you that before. I always saw talent in you. I knew that, fam. You called things bad based upon the John the Don situation. And the people didn't want to hear nothing you had to say. They would root for you to die. They would root for you to die. They did not want to see you successful at all. And so many times you got the unfair treatment. But then it turned around for you, bro. It opened the door for you. People start respecting you now, demanding to see you even more. And then you do something like this and you put yourself right back into that hole. Come on, man. You got to be better than that, little bro. Real talk. You got to be better than that. Yeah, I know you probably had love and respect for Tech Nine. A lot of people did. But the facts is the facts that presented out here, brother. You can't defend the person who didn't want to defend himself. You can't speak for the justice and righteousness of a person who self-condemned himself, fam. No matter how sad it look, yeah, to you, you like, man, that's messed up, that's messed up. I would have did this, I would have did this, I would have did that. Yes, you probably would have. But he didn't. And we don't have nobody to blame for that man's death. We can't even really be sad for that man's death to some degree, because he allegedly took his own life. But we can't just ignore and sweep up under the rug the people that remain who was affected by this thing, man. The young girls involved who know, like, man, he pulled the knife out on me. He made me jack-a-lay him off. He made me take off my clothes, show my breasts, show my booty. All that stuff in the transcripts and paperwork. And they got the computers seeing they private parts revealed in there, man. And he was charged with child pornography, not adult pornography, child pornography. In his possession of the victims that was accusing him. So come on with them games, man. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. And then you said you knew before it came out. You say you knew prior before it even came out. Right. That's what he said out his mouth, y'all. I ain't making this up. So Jakk Boy Maine knew. So Jakk Boy Maine knew, but Jay Black didn't know. Right. Man, it's battle truth. It ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours. I'm going live tonight at 8 o'clock. Talk about something real. I'm going live tonight at 8 o'clock. Be there. We got some things to talk about.